ओम श्री साई राम। मातंगवदना आनंद सदना महादेव शिव शंभो नंदन मातंगवदना आनंद सदना। ओम श्री साई राम। Swami says there are two kinds of devotions, bhaktis. One is of baby monkey, another is of baby cat, the kitten. We all know the baby monkey will cling to the body of mother when it is very small, newborn baby, and mother jumps from one tree to another, but the responsibility of falling or not falling lies entirely upon the grip of the child holding the mother. Mother has no role to play. The mother jumps from one tree to another, whereas the baby kitten will sit in the corner, and whenever it needs to move from there, it will just make a sound, an indication, meow, meow. And then the mother holds the kitten in her mouth and lifts her and takes her from one position to B position. The responsibility lies entirely with the mother. The kitten has nothing to do. It has just to invite the mother, yearning for the mother. I have learned with this God to follow the second type, the kitten. I never decide or direct anything or plan anything for my life. Never done it. In fact, you all will be surprised that normally devotees pray to God to fulfill their prayers. I have prayed to Him once for all. Swami, please don't listen to any prayers made by me. Because in this world, many times our mind plays games with us, and out of some emotions of some situation we tend to pray, we ask for certain things, but I have given Him irrevocable power of attorney with this prayer, only one prayer, once for all. Please don't listen to my prayers. Why? I will narrate that incident in Vrindavan. As mentioned earlier in one of my talks, with Swami's blessings, I was allowed to attend the 3 sessions in Vrindavan in Swami's house along with the students and staff and VIPs, though I was none of them. Yad bhavam tad bhavati, I am the prince, that's it. And he blessed me. In 3, the normal routine was that we would all devotees who are permitted by Swami would sit outside Swami's house. There were benches. Around 3:30 we would start coming, and Swami would normally come around 4:30, and then Swami would speak to 1 or 2 VIPs or staff if he wants to, and then he goes for darshan. By the time the students also come from their college, and then we go inside Swami's house and the session starts. So one afternoon I was there. I went little early. I used to do seva in the canteen. So there was little time to go back home and then again come. So I wait and sat there with my book, waiting for Swami, opposite Swami's door. Very unusually for Swami to come out even before 3 o'clock. Me and one or two another senior devotees were sitting there. Mr. Gopal Rao was there. And then there was one musician invited who was to perform in the evening. So it seems he had come to seek Swami's blessings, and Swami came down early, probably to bless him. So there was nobody around. Brother Srinivasan also was maybe inside Swami's room. So Swami came, and this gentleman, Swami came down from his staircase, and Swami spoke to him. And then Swami materialized vibhuti for him. Normally when Swami gives vibhuti to somebody, a volunteer who is behind Swami would come and give kerchief to Swami to wipe his hands. But that day, because Swami came very early, the Krishnan, the main volunteer, was also outside in the shed, Krishna shed. So nobody was around, and we were two elderly persons and me sitting there. So I don't know, I had this thought prompted by Swami. I always used to carry one white kerchief in my pocket, but this one was used by me once on that day. But yet Swami was looking around for the kerchief, and I ran like mad person and offered my kerchief to Swami. Swami very lovingly wiped his hands, and then he said, "Disko," and he gave Pad Namaskar, just to make me feel comfortable and not feel guilty that because I had given my used kerchief to Swami. It was clean, but I had used it at least maybe once. But Swami blessed me, so I was very comfortable. Then Swami came, because there was nobody. One elderly person, a trust member, he is still alive, the most lovable person in Swami's trust, book trust. He came to Swami and I was standing there. Swami arranges, he is a Sutradhari. Normally we don't listen to Swami's talk with any person. That is not done. But because I was standing there and this gentleman came that point in time and he stood next to me, and Swami was, and he was holding some report, medical report in his hands, and he was a trust member, book trust person. So Swami came to him. What is this? So he said, Swami, this is, he was telling something. His wife was admitted and she was in some serious situation. Swami said, and which I heard because I was just standing next to Swami and next to this person, and I could not move from there. When Swami comes so close, you cannot move away. Swami said, "मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? What can I do? You did not seek my permission before admitting your wife in the hospital. Now what can I do?" Then he fell down at Swami's feet and said, "Swami, I am sorry. It was so emergency, so I did it. Now please, Swami, you do." So then Swami relented and he said, "Okay, I will see." And then Swami blessed him, of course. But I learned my lesson. I never, from that day onwards, I don't give him a chance to tell me that मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ. Whatever happens, good, bad, ugly, whatever even thought, desire, prayers, pass it on to him. Swami, you decide, you direct. That's it. And once he decides, he provides. When he directs, he protects. Jai Sai Ram.